It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Wednesday. We're going to maybe warm up at some point, I think, coming soon. So make sure you stick around and check out Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer immediately following us. In the meantime, though, we got some news to tell you about.
Yeah, here we go. Springfield authorities say 2 teenagers rang a man's doorbell and ran away. The goal, of course, is to get away before the dude opens the door. But in this case, he came out the door and chased them down. Definitely sounds like something I might do because that has happened to us fairly recently, and I did want to chase them down. Problem is, this guy is a convicted felon who's also very dangerous. Police say that the homeowner pulled a gun on them and took their car keys. Yikes. So the homeowner is now behind bars. 40-year-old Melvin Lee Rankin is charged with 2 counts of armed criminal action, first-degree robbery, and other weapons charges because he is a felon in possession of firearms. Prosecutors say Rankin is a prior and persistent felon. Lesson learned, I would say. That's terrifying. All right, starting today, Greene Christian and Webster counties are counting the homeless population in those communities. Workers at the Community Partnership of the Ozarks and some volunteers will be conducting surveys at some of the various locations where unsheltered people are often found. The count is mandated by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to help guide program development and also money that goes to homeless services.
Well, those cold weather shelters have been up and running for some time over the last several days. So I imagine they're there this morning and maybe all day long. Drury University is launching a Master's in Healthcare Administration program starting in the fall. Burrell and the Springfield-Greene County Health Department are helping to develop the new master's degree program. It will be led by 2 former CEOs, one of Mercy and one from Cox Health, both in Springfield, who will bring their expertise. Meanwhile, an employee at Missouri State University is being recognized for her work in bringing in more students to enroll in the graduate college there. Julie Masterson, I'm having a difficult time speaking this morning, if you can't tell.
Do you need
Have you noticed?
a cup of coffee? How can I help?
Something. Yeah, I don't know.
How can I help?
It's a good thing I don't do this for a living. Julie Masterson, God bless her, is the dean of the graduate college. She saw applications for degrees increase by 72% on her watch, which is impressive. The total number of graduate students grew by 27%. But her time is just about done there. She is set to retire this year. But good for her. That's good work.
That is good work. And it cracks me up that it's like, congratulations, you're amazing, here's your award. And she's like, and I'm done. Right. But I mean, also, she's going out on a high note, which I love.
That's right.
Just as a general rule. So
yep, leave them laughing.
All right, there you go. Bass Pro Shops will continue teaming up with NASCAR. Bass Pro will sponsor driver Martin Truex Jr. again. His career includes nearly 700 NASCAR Cup Series races with 34 wins over 21 years. That's a long-time driver there. And then Austin Dillon will also be sponsored by Bass Pro. The financial terms were not disclosed.
Okay. I actually noticed this over the weekend, and then I was looking at the Springfield News Leader yesterday, and I saw they had a story about it. So this is courtesy of the News Leader. But HyVee is doing away with self-checkouts. Have you noticed that? I was in HyVee for some high chai with my daughter for our little date over the weekend before the Tournament of Champions game on Friday. And we did the high chai. And we ate, and then as we were leaving, I like the chips that they make there in the store. You know, they're like Chiefs chips. They're I don't like the red in them. It's probably I don't know what it is, but I don't like the red. But the cheap chips are red and yellow, so like corn chips, tortilla chips. So I was going to stop and get a bag of those, and I was just going to go through the self checkout because I used to be a checker back at Schnucks
back at Schnucks,
Fairview Heights, Illinois.
Everybody loves Schnucks
during college, and there were no checkouts. I was like, well, this is like the opposite of what happened a couple of years ago. Now I cannot check myself out. But in the spring, the self checkouts are gone, but they're real people checking you out now. So you have to, it's just like it used to be. Like 10 items or fewer, 12 items or fewer, you can go to the fast lane, but it's a person checking you out.
Right. It took a long time to get to the point, but yes. So
I had some stories.
What was old is now new again. Like,
which is perfect
all
for me.
the people, right, left, and it was all computerized, and there was no face-to-face interaction. And lo and behold, it hurt them. And so now they're going back to face-to-face interaction. Same with Target, same with Walmart. So hopefully,
but this was exclusive.
Learn how to talk to each other again.
This was exclusive. There were no self-checkouts because I had one item I was going to do it quick, but now you can't there. So back in the spring, Target announced self-checkouts will be limited to 10 items or less. And Walmart recently brought back more employees to checkout lines as well. But now you have the choice there. Do you want to check yourself out or do you want to be checked out? They'll give you your choice when you're in the corral there waiting to get through.
Yes.
So it's just a weird season of change. We're back to the way we were.
Yeah.
We took a COVID side turn, and now here we are.
Hiatus, and now we're back.
Now we're back.
Okay.
The Chiefs game is going to be expensive if you want to go to Arrowhead over the weekend on Sunday to see the AFC Championship game. $400 to that game. That's according to who looked this up? Well, it's a TV station in Kansas City, Fox 4. They were looking that up, checking the seat prices. Lower level seats will run you between $600 and $700. Of course, the game is on TV, so you can watch it as well. And on the radio, if you listen to your radio home of the Kansas City Chiefs, and then you can sync it up, pause your TV and sync it up. It'll be perfect. That's fantastic. Game is Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, kickoff at 5:30 on Sunday.
Okay. Netflix is about to cost more money. They just announced they're raising prices after Netflix's biggest jump in customers ever, like in the number of subscribers. The standard monthly plan without ads will go up by $2.50 to $18 a month. The ad plan that has commercials, that one will increase by $1 to go up to $8 per month. And then Netflix's highest priced premium program, they will add another $3 per month. So get ready to pay more. We were talking about football, in case you were curious, because I was. The Christmas Day NFL games that were on Netflix drew in 30 million viewers, making them the most streamed football games in history.
Yeah, streaming only.
Only.
Wow.
Streaming only. So gone are the days, perhaps, of the networks showing those games for free. Not really free, but you know what I mean? Because people are apparently willing to pay.
I guess so. Man.
Yeah. 30 million viewers. I mean,
that's a lot of people. And of course, they had the fight, the Tyson fight, but they had a lot of problems with that.
That was bad. But
didn't work.
I wonder if it was bad for everybody. Was it bad for everybody or just us?
Well, I mean, some people had to see it, but everybody that I talked to had trouble streaming it. We watched it the next morning. I was like, don't tell me. And then next morning we watched it. We were in Manhattan, Kansas for a football game.
Right. We were up with Clay and Julie, and I'm glad that we watched it because it was history, but that's about it.
Well, I used to watch Tyson. I went to all the Tyson fights in person when he got out of prison. That was unbelievable. So I was at the Earbite Tyson Holyfield fight. I was at both of those. So I wanted to see Tyson. I was hoping for a little better, but age does it to everybody.
Yes.
Age does it to everybody. At some point that'll be me. But
me too. Yesterday we were running sprints. I was running sprints with the kids and they were killing me.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't keep up. Like, actually,
right.
I wasn't.
Well, that's trying to be expected. They are young children. in the
Yeah.
prime of life, and ours is just about over. So
Yeah. Speak for yourself, old man.
we're headed that direction, man.
Yeah.
Headed that direction.
all right.
What's
Well,
interesting, and people at home don't know this, but my dad, I was 40 when we had Griffin, who's our youngest. My dad was 40 when he had me, right? So I, in dealing with my father, who's still healthy and doing well, I am seeing my future, which is very strange, because in 40 years, Griffin will have me in an assisted living facility and will be checking in on me once or twice a week. You know what I mean? It's all 40 short years, and I'm going to be 92.
No.
That's crazy.
No, Jesus
You're going to be
is coming
82.
back before then.
You're going to be 82.
Jesus is coming back before then. It's fine.
I hope so. I don't know if I can take it.
Yep,
I don't know if
he's
Griffin
doing
can
it.
take it. I don't know.
He's doing it.
The kid's going to write me off. All right. That's it.
All right. Have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. See ya.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Command Family Medicine and John's Heating and Air. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Happy Wednesday. It's January 22nd, and it's cold once again. Thanks for starting your day with Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. If you're listening in your car this morning, you already know that it is a frigid start. We have temperatures either side of 10 degrees as of 5 a.m. Feels like temperatures in the low single digits. So it's another day where you got to add all those winter layers and just take some precaution, because this is dangerous cold that we are dealing with in the Ozarks. I have good news for you, though, today. The 30s are back. Did you ever think you'd be excited to have the 30s return? Upper 30s, sunshine. It's going to feel like a heat wave this afternoon compared to what we had yesterday. Numbers today do make it above the freezing point after a very cold start. Wind chill values in the low single digits early this morning. And then we will see high temperatures climb, and likely we'll see those high temperatures that stay in the upper 30s. There could be a couple of places that hit that 40-degree point today. And then I've got more 40s in store for us as we head through much of the rest of the 7-day forecast. Most of the snowfall activity today happening in the northern plains, but of course, I'm still watching that low pressure down off the Gulf Coast, and that is allowing for crazy winter impacts for our Gulf Coast friends. Some of that video yesterday coming out of Louisiana was just wild, with nearly 4 inches of snow in New Orleans. It was their biggest snow since 1914. Wild weather, and just totally stopping traffic, schools, everything. They're like, what is this winter weather that we are dealing with? So incredible winter storm happening down for our friends down south. Today, some of that winter weather is going to be impacting Florida. Yes, it can snow in Florida, and it will today for many of our friends down in the southeastern part of the country. High temperatures will be increasing into the 30s today, and through Friday, we could even hit 50 by the time Saturday gets back into the forecast. A slow and gradual warm up is what I have in store for you as we get closer to the weekend forecast. And the weekend is also going to be the next opportunity for some precip back in the Ozarks. I don't think we have a whole lot of that for the rest of the work week forecast, but we should at least see some precip by this weekend, probably Saturday into Sunday. Right now, it's looking like it will primarily fall as rainfall on Sunday, but timing could change the precip type on this. So this is one that I'm going to watch very closely for you. High temps before that next round of precip gets here, they'll be steadily climbing. Today, we're at 38 for the high temperature. We're below freezing each night as we head through much of the work week forecast, but numbers are going to stay in the 40s. By Saturday, we're pushing 50, and then I'm expecting lows to stay pretty mild for us. A cold front comes through, crashes our temperatures on Sunday, and those daytime highs will be falling through the day on Sunday. We do have a chance for rain on Sunday as that colder air works its way in. At this point, it looks like most of the temperatures will be warm enough to support rain the entire time. That's something that I'm watching, because if the precip comes once the cold air is in place, I may have to add some winter weather to that forecast. But at least at this point, it looks light in nature. It's only about a 30% chance for rain that we have around even on Sunday. Around the country, a whole lot of stuff making headlines. Of course, I told you about the snow for our southern states. That's continuing to move and make impacts in Florida today. So widespread travel impacts from that storm system, winter storm. We also have dangerous cold and wind chill values that are lingering for much of the southern and eastern United States. Everybody in a deep freeze, and we're setting records all over the place for daytime minimum temperatures as well as overnight lows. We also are going to see the critical fire risk for Southern California increase today because those Santa Ana winds, they're still quite strong. And of course, California is still experiencing some abnormally dry conditions. So fire danger is high. We'll be watching for our friends out west. We, of course, hope that those fires do not get out of hand again. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for you. And this question was true or false. It cannot snow if the temperature is above freezing. Well, it doesn't seem like it should be able to, but that is actually B, false. It is possible for snow to fall even when the ground temperature is slightly above freezing. Although snow may be partially melting as it falls due to the warmer air, this happens a lot when colder air at the higher altitudes allows for the snowflake formation, and then the snowflakes descend through the warmer air near the ground, causing that kind of wet, heavy snow. It's the snow that sticks together really well when temperatures are near the freezing point. Also, sometimes snowfall can overcome the warm temperatures at the surface, and you'll see things kind of melting as they come down. But then as soon as that cold air gets in place, the snowflakes are a bit more efficient and can accumulate. So congrats if B, false, was your guess. If you liked the 50-50 question, here's another one for you. True or false, it has not snowed in Los Angeles, California in more than 50 years. What do you think? Do you think that is a true or a false statement? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Find a way to stay warm today. I'm not expecting any precip, so that'll be nice. Grab the sunglasses and all the winter gear, though. We're in for another cold one today. Thank you so much to Command Family Medicine and John's Heating and Air for sponsoring Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. Thank you for listening. I'll be back to chat with you tomorrow morning.